G'day, I'm Big Boons and welcome to my Ozark Trail 8-person dome tent review, or what I like to call deer camp. Doing another tent setup video. This one's going to be a little different because I'm doing the camp a little different than the way the tent's supposed to actually set up. I'm supposed to be pegging these into the ground like this, and then it makes too much like of a dome, or not enough of a dome. The actual tent cover only comes up to, let's say, here. But if I was to just fold this up, tie it here, tie it there, I have a perfect dome tent. And that's the way I'm going to set it up for my hunt, because it's supposed to be -5 one morning, so I don't feel like freezing. I'm going to put a tarp over this, have my Mr. Heater, electric heater. It'll be the hottest tent you've ever slept in. But I still have to adjust the tent because it's not really made to be a dome tent. But I'm going to make it a dome tent anyways. Let's head on in, check everything out. Got my cooler on the outside, holding one corner of the tent down. And during the setup, I put a few logs around it and a few other stuff. So this is Chalet de Boone, I guess. The Boone camp for this year. Nice and toasty with the heater. Got my kitchen in a box, all my clothes, little chair to sit in, watch my movies at night, relax after walking the bush and chasing after these deer for a week. Got the cot set up. Just your normal army cots there, a couple of blankies. And then the last time I set this up, I kept on losing my pillows in between, you know, like they get stuck behind here. So put some cardboard up and figured if it was good enough for hobos, it's good enough for your boy Boons during the deer hunt. Mr. Heater, not using Mr. Heater as much this year. I usually cook everything on Mr. Heater, but I'm going to be using my little propane stove and just hooking Mr. Heater up to a big bottle. That way there I don't have to screw around and unhook hoses all the time. This is what I mean about the big tank. I have my big propane tank sitting out here. Mr. Heater hose is connected. And I have a port or an outlet for extension cords, and what I'm doing is hooking the Mr. Heater hose through it. Reason why, and I recommend everybody use a big tank. A lot of people say, oh, you need a regulator, it's not clean, yada yada yada. I've had my Mr. Heater since day one. First gen Mr. Heater since they came out. So it's like, I don't know, 10 years old now. Never had an issue with propane. How dirty the propane is, it's never clogged. I don't need a filter. I hook my Mr. Heater hose directly into the Mr. Heater and I'm good. That's my recommendation for everybody to do. Go out and get a big tank if you want to run your Mr. Heater all night. That's good for almost a week, almost, on low. If you're running Mr. Heater on low. The reason why I'm doing it this way Reason why I'm doing it this way, just so on Mr. Heater, first thing in the morning, you're trying to boil kettle and get going into the bush there. This takes a good 30-40 minutes for it to start boiling on Mr. Heater, which on the propane stove, poof, it's like 5 minutes. It's boiled. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Got the fold out table and pretty sure I covered everything. Besides where the generator is located, I use a 100-foot extension cord. The generator is located just on the other side of that knoll near the lake. That's what the camp is turning into so far. I always put a tarp over my tents. Always. You have one bad experience with rain, you go out and buy a tarp, and then you do that all the time. Here's my 100-foot extension cord. I won't get right up on her there, but generator's locked to a tree, the gas is locked to the generator, and hopefully she stays there, because it's like $50 for a can of gas these days. So that's deer camp so far. Now that the generator is off, I just want to explain something to you guys. My generator is only a 1200 watt generator. This 1500 watts is when things turn on. You go to turn something on, it jumps up a little bit more than what the wattage is supposed to be. Okay, so you take that into account with, I'm running a 100-foot extension cord to the camp. Now that I have the generator off, I'm not too sure if it's too dark in here to explain things, but here I go. I use I know it says it's a 1500 watt heater, but I only use it on 750 watts. I cannot run it on 1500 watts because I only have a 2000 or 1200 watt generator. The old one I used to use was a 2000, wouldn't have no problem. This one that I use, 1500 watts, will not run this heater on full blast. Plus you count the 100-foot extension cord that I have going out to the generator. The 60-watt lamp that I have is just a normal desk lamp hooked up with a carabiner to the top of the tent. Then I tied the wire onto another little hook, and it goes down into my power bank. I also charge up all my batteries, run the DVD player, but that doesn't take much. Charge my phone up, the GoPro, everything that I need to use. Hope you enjoyed the video of my camp setup this year. Please leave a like down below. Have a good one. You have startup watts. Then you have your running watts. Your startup watts is not obviously your running watts. I'm fucking being retarded here.